Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard.
Anytime.
The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
Okay, well, we have to talk about this because that was a lot. They just sprung a lot on you, and it was unnecessary, to be honest. Are you okay?
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Should we talk to people?
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Alright, well, we could try.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed. Understood. Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Yeah, we'll be fine. I mean, I don't expect us to change anybody's minds, Tali, but we can at least get some more information, because they basically... They didn't even tell you what you were on trial for, and then they wait until we get here to tell you what's going on. It's all bullshit. It's bullshit. Let's go talk to people. Oh, Cal Rieger.
Loyalty to the fleet is a...
Cal Rieger.
Shepard, Talizora, good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
Yeah, so let's talk about your health, though, because you were hurt pretty bad back there.
How have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
I mean, that's true. I mean, it sounds like you guys get worse by getting sick.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops, Tali. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
Yes, yes they do. So, are you here to help Tali?
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, I stayed to argue the charges against Talizora. I've served with her and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
I mean, is there anything you can say that would change their mind? Because I'm not sure. I feel like they have their minds made up, and I don't understand why.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty Board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Gerrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing.
Oh,
Thank you.
She can handle it. She can handle it. Let's talk about this dark energy, because that doesn't sound good at all.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy?
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haystrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
So this dark energy sounds like something that the Geth wouldn't be able to do, correct?
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haystrom's sun?
Keela, I hope not. If they can screw up a star, our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
Yeah, hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
Alright, so this sounds like a real problem if there's this thing out there that's just taking down stars.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now. But resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you there. Especially with this dark energy issue. Alright, well thank you for talking with us. It was really nice to see you again, Cal.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay safe out there.
Shepard spoke well to the admirals.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Tali, Zora, and her father
Vitor!
are out of control. This is on their heads.
Shepard? How did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
I mean... Will you speak for Tali?
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
Alright, well... I really hope that you feel better, Vitor. It sounds like you're getting better, but you still have far to go. But it was good to see you again.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
That's good.
The human can work a crowd, I'll admit that much.
Admiral Zen. Alright, let's introduce myself.
Tali, Zora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
Yeah, you owe Tali too. Just so you know. She was with me.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary. If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
Then why are you here?
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardly Zalcorus be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Tali Zora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
What?
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth.
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Tali Zora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
You're insane.
Clearly, you haven't learned a damn thing. They've rebelled once. They can rebel again. I agree with Tali. You're insane. And your opinions on the Geth don't sound... They just sound crazy.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
How does that change anything?
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
So you agree, even though we're not entirely sure what happened?
You support experiments on living creatures.
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
Okay. Alright, well, let's talk about the ship then.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
I think that this is not even about you, Tali. That's what I'm starting to think. This is some sort of bullshit, fucked up political maneuver.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Okay.
Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing Geth. Tali's orders guilty.
That's nice. People are making assumptions. They don't even have all of the information. What is wrong with everybody? Okay. Alright. Admiral Rond, we have a little bone to pick with you.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarai. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
Okay, so I do kind of understand your strategy here, especially since I am more and more convinced that this is a whole political stunt that y'all are pulling, but you went too far. She had a right to know what happened to her father.
I know you're trying to help her, Admiral, but that was over the line.
She has nobody else to speak for her, Shepard. I am doing everything in my power. That's what her father would have wanted.
Don't say it like that. He could still be alive on that ship.
You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
I don't know. What how do you know her father?
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Rael was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
A bubble?
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
Oh. Interesting. Okay, and what about Tali's father?
I'm not hearing much about Rael's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Anshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Rael was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
Okay. Alright, so what kind of evidence are we looking for?
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
I still think all of you are just making assumptions, and you're not even making assumptions correctly. You're intentionally making these assumptions because this is a political maneuver. So yeah. Which leads me to, why are you all fighting?
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you that war with the Geth at this point in time is not a good idea. We have Reapers coming. Reapers. They are the bigger fish to fry here. So, no.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
Still a bad idea. Alright, let's talk about the lab ship.
What can you tell us about the Alarai?
Not much, I'm afraid. Real Zora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
Okay, so you really had no idea. You have no evidence at all. Like nothing, none whatsoever.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
Then how did you come to this conclusion that Tali was even involved? That's what... This is shady. Very, very shady.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk.
If Tali Zora is stuck with a human captain, at least it's an eloquent one.
Thanks.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard? Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. To be honest, I was afraid a human would be too meek and humble. Watching you rail away at Admiral Corris, though. Tali's in good hands.
Yeah, you clearly don't know a lot of humans, so we are variety. Okay? Not everyone is meek, and also not everyone is humble. Just saying, we come in all shapes and sizes and different personalities, and not everyone is good in the human race, so pretty much like every other race, really, when you think about it. Anyway, you know, does this mean that you're on Tali's side?
I get the sense you're inclined to believe the defense. I'm glad one of the judges is.
If you were only giving Rail inactive equipment for weapons tests, I've got no problem. We need to test weapons against Geth material. I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Okay. So clearly, you've known Tali's father for a long time.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. A crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rail and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Wow, what happened after that?
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rail looked at me and said, "We're underage. They can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. The brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rail for you.
He sounds like he's a little tiny bit of a rebel, but not really. Like, he just saw it, he looked at the situation, and he took advantage of you guys being minors. It's actually pretty clever. Let's talk about y'all fighting together. Fighting with each other.
Sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you that that's risky, especially right now. We have a lot more going on, much bigger fish to fry. Yeah.
I hope the Quarian people find someplace to live, Admiral. But it sounds like you're playing with fire.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
Then we need a world to shelter our non-combatants while we do it.
Okay, that makes sense. I get it. I get it. It's just not at the cost of a war. That's what I'm worried about. All right, let's talk about the other admirals.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
When you didn't recognize Tali as Admiral Zen, she's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rail's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining suit wetter he always was.
I mean, he certainly sounded that way. But why do you think this?
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
The man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago. He wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the homeworld. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
Well, he's definitely got a one-track mind, especially when it comes to Tali, and it doesn't make any lick of sense for me. Let's talk about the lab ship.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rail was doing, it blew up in his face. A ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali, but if Sharla hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
Wonderful. Okay. I guess we're gonna move on now.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Alright, one more admiral to talk to. This one's gonna be fun.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vas Nima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkoris Vas Quib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in
too
this,
late.
Tali, truly. But you have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
I'm asking about the name. What? It's Quib? What?
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures. And have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
Uh-huh. And why haven't you left it?
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib-Quib, and I will not flee because of petty insults.
I wasn't trying to insult, I just think it's really funny. It's a Quib-Quib. I mean, it's funny. Alright, but now I'm gonna get serious because I am not happy with your dislike for Tali. I do not understand it. I think that it comes out of nowhere. Maybe it's really about her father.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Sarah are not to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
That makes sense. I didn't think I was going to actually agree with you on anything, but that still doesn't justify you treating Tali the way you've been treating her. And now I want to talk about why y'all are fighting, because it sounds like it's really coming from you. Although Admiral Zen has some issues too.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Rael Zora was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
So wait. You're in favor of peace? This is not what I was expecting. I mean, I guess I was kind of expecting it, but not really. Because you're so argumentative.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Tali Zora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
Okay, but here's the thing. This is what I'm not in agreement with. I'm in agreement with you about the peace thing. I think that we should be able to hopefully find a way for the two of you to coexist or whatever. However, you're going about it the wrong way by attacking Tali and making assumptions that Tali had anything to do with whatever happened on that ship. And that's where my problem lies. Let's talk about the ship, by the way. If you have no information, then how the hell do you know what happened?
Can you tell me anything about the LRI?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
No, you're calling her a liar. You should know better than that. Why is everyone having a hard time believing that Tali didn't do this? And you keep clumping her in with her father. This makes no sense. All right, I'm done with this conversation.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Tali Zora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Okay, anyway. I agree with his assessment of peace. I understand his desire to make peace. But going after Tali like that, no, that's not okay. It's not acceptable in my book. Nope. Never will be. Absolutely not.
Tali Zora and her father are out of control. This is on their heads.
What are you talking about? Oh my god,
I didn't expect a human to be such a good speaker.
Thanks. The freaking assumptions here. Alright. Are we ready, guys? You ready to go onto that ship and find your father, Tali? And figure out what actually happened? Okay.